My name is Trey. This is my co-host,
Chris.
All right.
First of all, I just want to give a real quick shout out to our cameraman who does awesome work.
Man, been dedicated since day one. Kind of like we would say is rooted. Kind of grew up in this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Which we appreciate it, man. Great. You know what I'm saying, to have a team like how we have, because we're really trying to take this to the next level.
Let's
toast this thing off. That's right. Don't matter what's in here, but hey. All right. All right, here we go.
Well, that being said, I think we should get into some real raw shit.
Okay, all right.
So here we go. Let's talk about one of the latest things, right?
All right.
The shooting in Atlanta. I don't know how you could possibly, not you, but people think that that was actually unjustified.
Yeah, right.
2 weeks prior, that prosecutor declared that a taser, state of Georgia declared that a taser was a deadly weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So when you punch the officer, pound his head into the ground, I think one of them got a concussion, and you take the taser off him, you've already shown that you're willing to steal a taser off of the officer. So what if that taser hit him? Incapacitates him? What's to say that he's not willing to take a gun off of him? It's a life and death situation. Right. Not a lot of time to think. All that rioting and shit down in Atlanta, that shit's it's some bullshit. You guys know that.
My take is this: is like I'm not with any, melanated being, of my skin tone, being killed by the police. But the way that the media tried to portray it in the beginning was as if the guy said he's like he posed no threat. So I'm thinking, okay, well, all right, here we go, another unjustified killing of a black man by the police and things. So here we go, and then all of a sudden, a couple days later, is a fucking video. I'm sorry, my viewers. Is a video of this guy like manhandling these police. Don't get me wrong. Don't mistake my passion for me not caring about that this is another brother being killed by the police. But you got to understand what's going on. This thing is deep. All right? Because the first thing they try to do is make it seem as if he was no threat to the police. Now, hold on now. Because what we've seen in the past, we've seen black men being killed by the police, right? Unjustified.
I don't think so.
I understand, but the point I'm saying is they weren't shooting a taser. They hadn't beat up the police.
Hold on. Let's look at. Give me a case.
All I'm trying to get across is what I'm saying is that this was the time where I feel like confusion has really been in the air, because
I agree.
They tried to make it seem like it was another situation where a black man was just killed by the police and he didn't do anything. But when they showed the rest of the videos, that messed me up. It did. It messed me up, because I was like, he was throwing them off of him, and he came up and he started running and he was shooting back at the police with the taser. I was like, well, I mean,
what do you expect?
What did you think? He was gonna get shot and killed by the police. I'm like, man, that didn't have to happen. I understand.
Go back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. He's passed out drunk in the Wendy's drive-thru.
True.
Passed out drunk. And everyone's saying, well, a lot of people were saying, well, you could have let him walk home. Yeah, just could have let him just walk home. Like, that's fair to everybody else who's ever gotten a DUI or a wet reckless.
Right.
Like, okay, I mean, law is law. If you bend the law, it's no longer the law. And law is put in place for a reason.
Right.
So the thing is look, you can set, like, last year stats, I think there's like 9 or 10 unarmed black people killed by the police last year.
Mm-hmm.
19 unarmed white people. 19 unarmed white. Now, unarmed, there's a great confusion, because people think, oh, they're unarmed, they're innocent, walking away. That's what you think when you hear unarmed. They don't think, yeah, unarmed, but reaching for the officer's gun. Unarmed, but reaching for a weapon. Unarmed, but punching the officer repeatedly in the face. You know how many people die in street fights? A lot. You get hit hit, you fall, your head bounces off the concrete, splits open, you're dead.
I got a question for you. Why, okay, with all that being true, right? Why do you think they tried to spin it like this? I mean, think about it. They've never done it like this. I mean, like, they actually sat on national television and told everybody that he opposed no threat to the... And trust me, please, I'm not going to try to justify myself anymore. I'm not okay with any black man or any melanated being being killed by the police, right?
I don't think any of us are.
No, but... Man, I don't understand why they tried to make the public think that he was not a threat to the police. I mean, because so much has happened, and it's like, all right, you know, okay, let's go a little deep. Like,
if you want to get
no, hold on. I'm gonna get a little controversial here. Like, some could say, well, you know what? It's about that time. It's about that time that, you know, they you know what I'm saying, get you know, done like black people's been done forever. You know, I get it. But you know what? The picture is bigger. And I stand by that. You know, because I didn't like being duped. And I'm not for any melanated being killed by the pans of...
Well, how about this? I'm not for any melanated, non-melanated, I don't give a shit what your color is. I'm not for you getting killed by the police. So don't do stupid shit to get yourself killed by the police. My answer to your question is controversial in itself. Rodney King.
Okay.
The beating. Right? Everyone can look it up, everyone can see it, but how many fucking people know that motherfucker was on PCP? PCP, the Superman drug.
Does that matter?
Yeah. He fought back, but the part they got on camera...
He didn't fight back.
The part they
He
get...
did not fucking
The
fight
part
back.
they get on camera is just a section, which takes it out of context.
No, I don't agree. You know, because, hey, you know, by the way...
you only believe
you're
you're
a lot younger than me, right? And I was young when I saw that, right?
All right.
There was no fight. How do you fight back 6'5", 5'6" guys?
Because that's what you saw on camera. The police report said different. That's what you saw on camera.
It's not like we've never seen things try to get covered up and things like that.
I'm 100% not saying we haven't. I'm just saying that's the controversial shit. That's the shit where it's like, okay, well, I believe this because I saw it. I don't believe this because this was in the police report, and so many witnesses attested to this. So that's what I believe.
Why do you want to believe that he was fighting back with the police?
Because
just because he was on PCP?
No, because I mean, well, okay, yeah, sure, that's part of it. I mean,
but PCP didn't help him because they beat the shit out of him.
They did beat the shit out of him.
Right.
I'm not justifying.
I'm
not justifying the actions of the cops. Not justifying the actions of the cops. Just trying to say, look, great, you see things from this perspective.
Okay.
And when someone brings in a different perspective, or something that possibly could be 100% true, opposite of what you believe, you can't just say, bam, you can't just whack it out the way and be like, all right, no, like, I saw the video. Great. We saw parts of the video that the media released on Rashad. But you know what? When you watch the whole video, like you just admitted, you were like, what the fuck? You're like, oh my God.
Well, okay, this is true, but you got to understand when Rodney
So the media has the final say.
Well, the thing about it, you got to understand at the time, technology was not what it is now when Rodney King got beat.
Yeah.
That was just on the whims. Rodney King was lucky to have somebody that just was like, let me record this shit. You know what I'm saying? And they did. Like, so we saw all that we needed to see.
Okay. Did he not become, like, filthy rich afterwards?
Okay.
Was justice not served?
Hold on.
They did something bad.
So do we think that $1 million taxed by the U.S. government is rich?
I mean, I think that you're better and more poised to be more educated when you have more money. Yeah.
That doesn't have anything to do with what I just said.
No, it does, because that means it sets him up for not.
So a person who's been just pretty much beat damn near to death by the police is supposed to now know how to manage $1 million, minus the taxes from the U.S. government, which probably gave him about $750.
I mean, what if he hadn't been beat by the police? Here's the thing.
But we can't say that.
If he hadn't, can you say if he hadn't? Could you say, oh, he knows how to manage $1 million? No, I mean that's a totally separate fucking issue.
Well, I mean, just going by what you just said. I mean, like, I'm saying like that has. So you're saying that the fact that he had that much money, he should have been able to recover. Like,
no,
okay,
not what I'm saying. I'm saying the fact that he was able to accumulate that much wealth shows that justice was served. Cops did something bad. They paid a price. They paid a price.
So an ass whooping by the police is worth. I mean, like $1 million is
You're missing the
satisfactory.
point. You're missing the point.
Okay. Maybe I am. Okay.
The
Explain to me.
point is that when people go around today and they say things like "no justice, no peace," it's for example, in the whole like Rashad, like okay, how about the big one, George Floyd?
Okay.
How about George Floyd? No justice, no peace, right? How is there not justice? The cop did something bad. You're going to have bad cops. You're going to have bad maintenance workers. You're going to have bad PUD workers. You got bad cops in the mix, all right? But I don't think the majority of cops are bad.
Well,
my point.
What about the cops that was involved?
Hang on.
What about the cops that were involved? Because
can I
one of the cops bailed himself out of jail.
Let me finish.
Or I'm gonna say bailed himself, but he got bailed out of fucking jail. He shouldn't have the fucking option.
Well, hang on. Well, then you're skipping due process. Do you not believe in due process? Because here's what the thing is. The thing is that the cop Neil. I'm talking about one particular cop. I'll address that, but they gotta focus. The cop Neil on. I don't know one black, white, Mexican, Chinese, anything. Indigenous people. I don't know one of them that think that cop should not go to prison. Here's the deal. That cop that did that is in prison. That cop that did that, and here's the mistake people are making. They're charging this guy with first-degree murder. Mm-hmm. First-degree murder means he went out with an intent to kill.
But how do we know that it wasn't? Because he worked with this guy for 10 years. But how do you kill somebody you've been working with for 10 years? How do you kill them on accident?
I'm not saying
no, there was a grudge there. There's a bunch of information that we don't know. It slightly came out. He knew that guy. He had a grudge against that guy. He was happy to kill that dude.
Right. But you're assuming his motive. Prove it.
I'm just going off of the information that was put out about they had
they had a relationship.
Okay. So you mean to tell me
we had a relationship?
And me and you've been working for 10 years.
Prove that he went out.
So you mean hey, man, look here. Out of all the murder shows and that we watch on TV, things like that, you mean to tell me that there's never a motive?
Dude, there is a motive. Sometimes.
He said this. He said, "You're not tough now, are you?"
Show me that.
No,
I will change my opinion if he said that. Here's the mistake that I've seen from lawyers, that lawyers have been speaking out on the case. When you charge someone with first-degree murder, which I'm not saying I agree with or I disagree with. I'm saying when you charge someone with first-degree murder, if you do not prove intent, they get off. You'd have a better chance of charging him with manslaughter.
Police always say, I felt like my life was in danger or threatened. They get off on that stuff all the time, man. Come on, man. You know what? Here's the thing. You know what bothered me about it? And I'm going to tell you. What bothered me about it is I sat here and I looked at it. I looked at it thoroughly. You know, I'm looking at the video. I'm looking at George Floyd sitting there begging for his mom and begging for his life and saying he can't breathe. And hold on, man. I'm looking at this. Okay, I'm looking at this cop. He has his knee on the dude's neck, right? And he knows he's being recorded. He looks at the camera and he doesn't even try to let it up or act like it was an accident. It was like he was like, yeah, you know, and. What you gonna do, Ann? Right. I'm not worried about the outcome.
We all agree with that. I don't know one person that disagrees with that. But here's the problem. No justice, no peace. Where's the not justice being done?
Okay, here it is. I understand what you're saying. You make a good point. It's not the justice, man. It's the frustration. And the thing is why it's just no justice, no peace is because what people are trying to get across is just being mixed up. The emotions are wild and people are just saying things, you know, not really being able to dissect it and separate it. Look, people are frustrated, okay? People are frustrated. Look.
You can be frustrated. In the name of George Floyd, don't go throw a fucking brick through a window. You can be frustrated. Don't go light a fucking cop car on fire. Not every cop was that cop that kneeled on.
You know what's weird about what he just said about the cop car being on fire over something serious? What about all the cop cars? What about all the cop cars that's been turned over because some college team football won? And there's no one that gets arrested for the fucking cars. I apologize.
But I speak out against that as well. Anything against police?
You. That's cool, bro. But you are not. You don't make any decisions. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is in a time where people are fed up and they're frustrated, and a cop car gets blown up, on fire, turned over.
Cool.
But nobody's mad when it's just two college teams, play the game and the city goes wild and the college kids get drunk and they set stuff on fire and tip cars. Nobody goes to jail unless they assaulted an officer. But now that people are riding and a cop car is on fire and there's a problem because a black man got killed.
I like how you pointed out that nobody goes to jail because the cop car is on fire. How many of those people went to jail because the cop cars were on fire? You know what people are getting arrested for in Bellevue? They're getting arrested because they got a lot of people on camera looting stores. So you're saying I'm so pissed that a black man got killed. That a black man got killed by a white officer, and therefore that justifies me throwing a brick through a black guy's window because I'm frustrated, who owns the business. And now that black man's business is out of business? That doesn't make no sense.
I don't think...
I'm so angry because Black Lives Matter, so let me throw a brick, because Black Lives Matter is fucking retarded.
Well, okay, cool, that's fine. You know what? I don't think it matters that it's a black man's business, a Caucasian man's business, an Asian man's business. I think when things get so dire with people, man, people just don't know what to do. People are frustrated. Most people are misled and misguided anyway, just how they came up, so people are frustrated. People are like, man, look, okay, it's probably not economical for me to, loot the store that I'm, that's in my neighborhood or set on fire. But you know what? I don't have any more power.
So take it out on other people?
I'm just saying, I might not, look, I'm not saying what I'm doing is right. What I'm saying is, man, I'm doing something because I don't know what else to do.
So, I don't know what else to do, so I'll destroy this person's business.
It's not this person's business.
I'll destroy this business that represents something that my ideology thinks is fucking evil. Even though, name a country where black men have it better than America. Name one country. You can't, because black men are the...
Africa.
Bullshit.
Continent, not
Bullshit.
country, continent.
Bullshit.
Man, no, because let me tell you something. Everything you think you know about Africa, see, look. No. Let me break this down.
Yeah.
In the United States of America, you would be considered to be in a country, even though it's a corporation, but we'll get to that on another show. Hold on.
Corporation.
No. Let's just call America in its large mass a country, right? Do you understand how large Africa is? It's a continent with countries in it. But your perception of Africa is based off of one small little place in Africa. You know why? Because they don't want most people to understand how large it is and how many beautiful resources are there. All right? Even though it has been stripped and pillaged in most places, Africa is so large that it's hard. You know what? You can't be from the Western Hemisphere and understand Africa completely unless you've been there you study it or things like that.
Does this change your perception? Who's the richest African American?
I don't care.
I know you don't, but it just shows you that you don't know either.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. You want to know who the richest African American is?
Sure.
Elon Musk. Because he was born in Africa.
Okay,
no,
I knew
so
that. I
no,
knew that.
okay. So therefore, like, dude, don't you can't tell me why the fuck doesn't Elon Musk take his ass back to Africa? Why?
Okay.
You think he has a better chance of making more money? Of being more profitable?
I know where you're going. Let's because we got to break this down. If we're gonna go down that,
we can go down that. We can
now,
go down.
Look, all right. First of all, Elon Musk is probably the only African American that I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, or I've heard of, you know what I mean? And like, I know that this is controversial, and I know that my viewers looking at me is like, how could he say that? He's a black man. Cause man,
It's fucking
hey,
real.
I'm not an African American.
He's a black American.
I've never been to Africa, man. Hey, look, I get it. And look, that's fine because I know. Look,
I think what he's saying is I made a fucking good point.
Hey,
And so
no, okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. But you know what?
I'll take it.
Hold on.
I'll
Okay,
take it.
good. You can have that. But that's another part of where the confusion comes in. All right, people who look like me and kind of like you, right?
like 50%. It's like 50%.
You know,
A black dad,
a lot of
Irish mom.
Hey, you know, I was having this dialogue with a friend of mine, an old school friend of mine, good friend of mine, man, earlier today, and he really just couldn't understand where I was coming from. Like, you know, most of us, quote unquote, black people, African Americans, you know, we don't know, you know, who we are, you know, so we take on, you know, the labels that we've been given, right? And then he took like he took back like on some history, like he named Nat Turner, he named Frederick Douglass and this, and he was talking about Roland Martin, which is nowadays.
What's wrong with Frederick Douglass?
No, let me get it out.
Ah.
So no, what he was saying is these people call themselves black, and these are the, you know, pioneers of the struggle and things like that. But I'm like, okay, well, the information that was available at that point, like, that's just what was available, right? But, I mean, the point I was trying to make is like, are we really black, and are white people really white? Because the colors really don't match, right? Maybe it's a classification, because when we say white and black, are we including on the black side, you know, so-called African Americans, Mexicans, you know, American Indians, and then on the white side, are we talking like, you know, Caucasians, Asians, you know what I'm saying? You know, along that, because when they, look, let me tell you a fact that I know. When you come into America and you try to become a citizen, most Hispanics, Asians, they qualify as white. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I mean,
What paperwork have you not seen that says Hispanic, not Hispanic?
No. Mexicans and people who consider themselves Spanish, two totally different things.
I said
because
Hispanic.
Spain, no, I get it. You talking Mexican. And my point is, I'm saying Spanish and Hispanic are two totally different things. Spanish are from Spain, which is European. Mexican, Hispanic, that's down south, baby. You feel me? They got us all in this gumbo pot. They want us confused to think that everything, we can't distinguish the difference between things. So, because the fact is, when people don't know, when the masses don't know how to separate the things, that's the stuff that keeps us divided. That's the stuff that keeps us from not understanding each other.
Here's my problem. America is the greatest country in the world because of that.
This has been the beginning of our jump off, man. Look, this is what we're really trying to do. We're trying to make this thing a household thing. You know, we're trying to get the information back from the people. We're trying to start this. This is a new thing for us. This is entrepreneurship. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We love you guys. I know you guys got a lot out of this. Look, catch us on the next show.
L.D.W.C.
L.D.W.C. Last Days of Western Culture. We love you.